was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man.
Jimmy Kimmel breaks down in tears during emotional return to ABC after suspension. Late-night television took a dramatic turn this week as Jimmy Kimmel returned to his hosting chair after being suspended for nearly a week. The longtime host of Jimmy Kimmel Live opened Tuesday night's show with a raw and emotional monologue that showed a different side of the comedian, one that was both vulnerable and reflective. Kimmel, 57, struggled to hold back tears as he directly addressed the controversy surrounding his remarks about the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. "I have no illusions about changing anyone's mind," he said, pausing as his voice cracked. "But it's important to me that people understand it was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man. I don't think there's anything funny about it." He reminded viewers that he had immediately posted condolences online when the news first broke, sending love to Kirk's family and calling for compassion. "Nor was it my intention to blame any specific group for the actions of what was obviously a deeply disturbed individual," Kimmel added. "That was really the opposite of the point I was trying to make. But I understand why some felt my words were either ill-timed or unclear. And for those who think I did point a finger, I get it. If the roles were reversed, I might have felt the same way." The Walt Disney Company, which owns ABC, had announced the day before that Kimmel's show would return. Executives explained that the suspension was not meant to punish, but to ease tensions during what they described as an emotional moment for the country. The decision followed days of private conversations with Kimmel, which ultimately cleared the way for his return. Yet his comeback has not been without obstacles. Affiliate groups such as Nexstar and Sinclair Media refused to air the show, replacing it with local programming instead. Sinclair went further by publicly demanding that Kimmel issue a direct apology to the Kirk family and make a charitable contribution before they would allow the program back on their networks. Negotiations between ABC and these affiliates remain ongoing. The controversy also drew in government attention. FCC Commissioner Brendan Carr criticized Kimmel's original remarks, calling them sick conduct during an appearance on a conservative podcast. Carr suggested that the commission might explore whether the late-night host's comments crossed regulatory lines, though he acknowledged the FCC would need to tread carefully if a formal complaint reached their desks. Adding fuel to the fire, President Donald Trump celebrated the suspension on social media, mocking Kimmel's ratings and calling him talentless. He urged other networks to follow ABC's lead and cancel their late-night hosts, describing the shows as fake news. Behind the scenes, sources close to the production said Kimmel was furious about the suspension, describing it as government overreach and a direct hit to free speech. Insiders noted that he was even exploring ways to exit his contract, with one source saying, "They've never seen him this angry." Despite the backlash, Kimmel has received major support from Hollywood. Celebrities like Ben Affleck and Jennifer Aniston rallied behind him, signing an open letter that condemned the suspension as a dark moment for freedom of speech. Their defense reframed the situation as not only about Kimmel, but about the broader role of satire and political commentary in America. In his return monologue, Kimmel struck a delicate balance, expressing genuine sorrow while standing by his right to speak freely. He closed with a renewed call for compassion, echoing his earlier social media post. "On behalf of my family, we send love to the Kirks and to all the children, parents, and innocents who fall victim to senseless gun violence." As the dust settles, the spotlight is firmly back on Jimmy Kimmel. His tears, his words, and his future with ABC are being watched closely by fans, critics, and political leaders alike. One thing is certain, this isn't just late-night television anymore. This is a battle over comedy, politics, and the boundaries of free expression in America.